The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, I think the casuals got woken up to it in the Dustin Poirier-Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah.
In that fight where you just see how he's just so compromised. And even fights where you don't think that the guy's compromised, like Adesanya and Pereira. Israel said after the fight, he's like, you fucked my leg up. My leg was
you
useless.
watch it in the replay.
Yep.
I didn't notice it even because I was upstairs watching it. And then when they started showing the highlights later on, I was like, wow, he like went down from the one check too. So he checked it really weird.
Well, he kind of like
got calf
tripped
kicked
over his foot and then went down. So we said, oh, he just stumbled. But it was really because his leg wasn't working well anymore.
Already. Yeah.
It was the first round. I went and I've watched that fight several times. And
apparently so has Alex Pereira made Glover watch it. Every time he comes over, apparently he puts it on. Yeah.
I watched it again, and it's that first round. That first round, he fucking really chops at it. He's got a very strange style. It's very uniquely
Pereira?
his. Yeah, the stand-up style. It's very different. Like his hands, he stands like this.
He's just freakishly long and big for that weight class.
And his power is preposterous.
You can you ever see some of those guys? Like when you look at certain skinny guys, and I'm not calling him. He's not like a.
He's lean,
but he's lean and
tall and lean.
Those guys are the guys I worry about because it's those guys that hit freakishly hard. That it's the big muscle guys. You know that guy's going to hit you hard, but it's these sneaky, tall, lean guys.
Those Tommy Hearns looking dudes.
Yeah, and they when they turn into those hooks, his left hook,
so much torque and leverage. His fucking left hook is a thing of beauty, man. It really is. I mean, his everything is fucking sick.
Scary dude.
He's such a scary guy, and the high-level kickboxing experience that he has, like coming over from Glory. I'm very interested to see what Israel does different in the second fight, but I'm really interested in seeing him against someone who can wrestle. That's what I'm really interested in.
I was just going to say, it's kind of working out perfectly for Alex, where you get another shot.
Yeah.
You get to go and face Israel again. That's the best matchup for you. You got a guy that is probably going to stand with you for as long as the fight lasts.
Yeah.
When he's really going to get challenged is when he has somebody that's going to say, that
Marvin Vettori.
I'm going to grapple your ass. I'm going to pressure you up against the fence. And for guys like Vettori, it's got to be like, all right, they want him to stay the champ.
Yeah.
Because Izzy already had their number, and he's been there. But as long as Pereira's in there, another kickboxer, but with a different style, maybe not as much experience in the grappling department, they're chomping at the bit to get in there. Well,
not necessarily chomping at the bit. He's fucking scary. Robert Whitaker. Whitaker's very well-rounded. He's an interesting matchup for him. There's very good matchups in that 185-pound division, but in my opinion, what's interesting is he's a specialist. He's like a pure specialist.
Yeah.
I mean, he can grapple a little bit, but that's not what he wants to do. He wants to knock your fucking head into the bleachers.
Yeah, and you know it going in. You know that's what he wants to do to you. He just try to. I mean, Izzy was winning that fight, and he still got him out of there.
Yep. Well,
I couldn't believe it. I remember even saying to people when we were watching it up in the ESPN desk, we're like, man, could you imagine if he pulls it off here in the end? And he fucking did it.
Yeah, he did it. Izzy was probably ahead how many rounds do you think he was ahead going into that fifth round?
That was the fifth. And I think even that round was that who? I don't remember now.
Well, Izzy definitely won the first and almost knocked him out.
I think he had probably 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'd have to go back and try to score it.
Which I'm terrible at, man. People are always like, what did you think? I'm like, I'm calling the fight.
Yeah, you can't call and score at the same time.
They don't get it.
When you're scoring a fight, you should shut your mouth.
Go.
Okay, here we go. So Izzy had 3 rounds on Eric Colin's card. On Sal Diamata's card, he had 3 rounds. And he also had 3 rounds on Mike Bell's. Yeah, so he had
all the same, too.
All he had to do is move around.
Yep.
All he had to do is
not
move
get
around.
caught.
Not get caught, and he wins that fight. Wow. I'm very interested in the rematch. Because you got to think, Izzy almost had him out in the first round, man. He almost had him out. If he can avoid getting that leg compromised like he did in the first round of that fight, and so he's got his movement, and he also had some great moments grappling, which surprised a lot of people.
Yeah.
When he had Pereira's back. And
if there's a time that you're going to pull out some grappling,
Yeah.
it's in that matchup.
It's with that dude.
And he's been at it longer than Pereira. So it's like that's the time to show. And he did.
Yeah.
Both guys did. Both guys, I think, scored takedowns at one point or another in that fight. I remember being like, oh, now they're wrestlers in here. You get two guys that know they can knock the crap out of each other, and suddenly everybody knows how to do a little bit of wrestling.
Well, just, the mixing it up, just keeping someone guessing, overload their brain.
25 minutes of avoiding that left hook.
Whew.
Scary proposition.
It's everything, man. Everything he hits you with is hard.
That's what I'm talking about. Those lean guys like that. You know those shins hurt. Mm-hmm. You know if he lands an elbow on you. Same as Izzy. Mm-hmm. They're similar build, but Alex has more muscle on him.
He's quite a bit bigger. I mean, I think Pereira, when he actually weighed into the fight, was above 220.
Yeah.
When he was inside the octagon for the fight, was above 220. Whereas you got to remember when Izzy fought Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight title, he was only 194.
Yeah.
I mean, Izzy's one of those guys that...
He's not cutting that much weight.
He's not cutting any weight. And even when he wanted to go up to light heavyweight, he's like, I'm not cutting any weight. I'm going to fight as I fight.